Okay, so good afternoon and welcome to the UCEA Executive Committee interview webinar. This is Alonzo Gilzine, graduate assistant and doctoral student at UCEA headquarters at Michigan State University. I'm here to interview Dr. Kyle Ingle as a part of his candidacy for the UCEA Executive Committee. Today, listeners will be hearing from Dr. Ingle, Professor of Educational Leadership and Evaluation and Organizational Development at the University of Louisville. His research interests include human resource functions in education, politics of education, and economic evaluation of educational programs. Welcome, Dr. Ingle.
Oh, thank you.
So let's begin with the first question. Please tell us about your background and your scholarship as it relates to leadership, preparation, and practice.
Sure. I majored in history and minored in secondary education at the University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg. After earning my degree and licensure, I worked as a social studies teacher in the Jackson County School District in the state of Mississippi. I worked on my master's degree part-time at the same university at Southern Miss. I did my thesis on the historical development of systemic education reform efforts in the United States and the United Kingdom. After I earned my master's degree, I continued to work in the Jackson County School District as a department chair, then as a member of the school leadership team and as coordinator for beginning teacher mentoring. I left employment in the district in 2002 to begin my doctoral studies at Florida State University. While at FSU, I had the honor of being selected as a Clark Scholar. I graduated in 2007 and went to Bowling Green State University of Ohio as an assistant professor. There I earned tenure and promotion in spring of 2013. I've been on the faculty at the University of Louisville, though, since 2014. Only recently earning the rank of professor. And as you said in the intro, my research focuses on human resource functions in education, politics of education, and economic evaluations of education programs.
Okay, thank you very much for that answer. So you've served for several years as a plenary session representative. Tell us about your engagement in UCEA's governance.
I actually began as a plenary session representative at Bowling Green State University in 2008. I actually chaired BSU's full UCEA membership committee when I was first arrived at the institution. We were able to attain full institutional membership in 2009. So that was something I'm very proud of, having chaired BGSU's membership committee there. It was a huge relief to hear the positive outcome. It was a lot of work and it gave me insight into the membership process. I've been active in providing service to UCEA ever since becoming a faculty member. Currently serve as a plenary session representative for the University of Louisville and am a member of the UCEA Publications Committee. I was a member of the UCEA Review Editorial Board in the role of counterpoint editor from 2013 to 2018. And I've served on a variety of UCEA Awards Selections Committee and ad hoc committees.
Thank you very much. What are some other ways that you've been engaged in UCEA?
Well, like a lot of us, I've reviewed proposal submissions for UCEA and manuscript submissions for UCEA journals. As a past chair of the Politics of Education Association, I coordinated efforts between UCEA and Division A and Division L of AERA in providing the William L. Boyd National Education Politics Workshop, which is a mentoring event held concurrently with the annual meeting of AERA. I've been involved with this event ever since it began in 2008.
Thank you very much. Now, could you discuss with us your scholarship, research projects, teaching, and or other service that can inform the work of UCEA, particularly the work of the Executive Committee?
Okay. Well, I study things like teacher hiring, teacher evaluation, collective bargaining, and the policy and politics associated with these topics. I've also done research on educational leadership preparation, specifically the leaders of leadership preparation programs. Having served as a program director at my former and current institution, these experiences gave me some insights into the challenges of educational leadership faculty finding a work-life balance. I joined with some colleagues at Iowa State University in a project in which we surveyed program directors at UCEA member institutions.
Mm-hmm.
We studied the broad array of responsibilities that are part of that role, the incentives provided, or in some cases not, and then the costs associated with serving as a program director. Given the ongoing pandemic, I'm actually interested in resurveying program coordinators at UCEA member institutions to see if the incentives have decreased in response to some very difficult financial conditions. I'm also co-authoring a book on school search and seizure that will appear in the first edition of the Teacher's Legal Handbook, and I'm doing some work on grow your own programs where you recruit teachers to come to institutions of higher learning. My teaching load's pretty light due to administrative responsibilities, but when I teach, I tend to teach courses related to research methods, lit reviews, and dissertation proposal development. I'm heavily involved in advising doctoral students, serving either as a chair or a methodologist here at U of L.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so very much. So for our last question, we just want to ask, can you share some of the reasons why you've chosen to run for the executive committee and your vision for the future of UCEA?
Sure. While I'm honored to be nominated and hope that my prior experiences in K-12 and higher education will inform the work of the executive committee, if elected, I'll work to ensure that UCEA continues to pursue its primary goal, which is advancing the preparation and practice of educational leaders for the benefit of our schools and children. I currently serve as a co-chair of the Early Career Mentoring Committee of AERA's Division A. The CEA and Division A can and should support each other in our shared organizational goals, particularly in terms of developing and facilitating the success of future and beginning scholars of educational leadership. UCEA is about preparing educational leaders for sure, but UCEA has and shall remain a champion of social justice in our schools and our communities. 2020 in particular has been one of those years that sadly highlights the inequalities in society, in our communities and schools. Louisville, where I work, has borne witness to these disparities, the results of police violence, most notably the killing of Breonna Taylor, and the noble ongoing efforts to combat injustice. UCEA can and should remain an integral part in solving these systemic problems.
Wow, well, I just want to thank you for your time and very thoughtful responses, Dr. Ingle. This interview will be made available to UCEA institutions and the plenum representatives prior to UCEA's annual convention. Thank you so much for participating in the interview.
A pleasure. Thank you.